Hi folks, my name is Danny. Thank you for joining me again on another video here on Danny's Corner. This, I hope, is the last video that I make on this topic, which is called braille, the devil's secret language. And it is an actual post. Somebody actually did write this. There are comments that support this person and the things that he wrote. And as I have been saying throughout these videos, please don't believe everything you hear. Don't believe everything you read. Remember that as a blind community, we are very small within the community of people with disabilities. So, as I have stated, the lesser a community is known, the more it's going to be attacked, the more there's going to be questions, or there's going to be conspiracy theories surrounding it, even with people, even with individuals. And so, don't fall for this. Are there blind people or people with disabilities that are up to no good? Absolutely. Just as there are sighted people who are up to no good. Blindness is just a thing that we share. But that doesn't mean that we all think the same way. That doesn't mean that we all agree. That doesn't mean that we all have the same belief system. That doesn't mean that we all worship a God. There are blind people who are atheists, just as people with disabilities. A lot of them are atheists. A lot of them are into things that I'm not into. So putting all of us in one basket is wrong. Just as, if I were to say that all sighted people are this way or that way because I've had experiences that have been bad with sighted people. I can't do that. I can't put all sighted people into one category just because of the majority of my experiences with sighted people have been bad. And so please do your research. Educate yourself. It's the most important thing. And again, those who are wise will keep these words, treasure them in their hearts, and follow this advice. Those who are foolish, and they will continue to listen to people like the one that wrote this post, that Braille is the devil's secret language, and will continue to believe in such foolishness. And there's nothing we can do about that. Let the foolish be foolish and let the wise continue to gain more wisdom. So let's continue with exploring this post and debunking some of these supposed truths. Okay, as I stated on the previous video, this guy uses this word retard a lot in conjunction with the word blind, as if blindness caused also some developmental disability, which it doesn't. Although there are people who are blind and have a developmental disability, but in large, they're not. They have nothing to do with one another. And so what this person is doing by calling us that over and over is painting a picture that is not true and is hurting us. And furthermore, this doesn't show, again, if this is your first time watching me, I would urge you to watch the other videos on this series, and as well watch the other videos that I've made on other topics, so you just don't stay with one thing. I always encourage, or try to encourage, my viewers to see some of my other content, so you could know more of who I am and what I try to teach you with these videos. If you're new to this channel, remember that if you haven't noticed, I am a totally blind person who tries to give a different perspective on life and just tries to tell you my experience on with life itself, from everything from using transportation to commenting on political, religious, and social things that go on. And in this case, also on the attitudes that other people have when it comes to people with disabilities, and in this case, turns out to be people who are blind. So please stop using this word retard or retarded or any of its other forms. It's even made its way into the political realm or political world, and it's really disgusting what a lot of these people are doing, but that's what it is. Not to point fingers or anything, but sadly, the people that seem to be doing this, again, are not only atheists, liberals, but also Christians who also happen to be Republican. And this is why I believe that church should never be mixed with politics. And I'll get into that more in another video. But anyway, yeah, this guy seems to think that there is some secret code that's passed within the community of blind people that Satan is revealing to them or whatnot. Again, where does he come with such things? Who knows? There's no making sense to this madness. Okay, this person goes on to say, there's a picture, as I said on the first video when I read the article or this post. There's a girl that's reading the braille edition of Harry Potter. It doesn't say what book, but regardless, look, folks, as blind people, we can enjoy whatever we want, just as any of you. And if you disagree with our reading material, or the things that we tune into when we turn on the TV, or, if you disagree with what we tune into on YouTube or any other platform, so what? I mean, keep, just as Christians should keep comments to themselves that they have not been asked their opinion, atheists, and I believe, right, that although this person claims to be a Christian, this person is acting no better than an atheist who also tends to go on the extreme. This is why I have always said there is going to be extremism on both sides of the aisle. Doesn't matter if you're talking about Christianity or atheism or Muslim or political parties or any other social cause. There's going to be an extreme to everything. And we know that extremes are usually bad. They don't bring us anywhere good in life, and it does more harm to society. A lot of harm, and there's hardly anything good when it comes to extremists' point of views. So yeah, okay, this girl apparently is reading Harry Potter. So what? That's on her, and if she believes in God or not, let God be the judge of that. And that's all I can say about that. So, yeah. Okay, I want to talk about this whole thing of possession of demons. This guy, after that sentence that she's reading Harry Potter, um, he goes by her looks. I don't know what they are, as I'm totally blind. So when you guys read the article and comment on any of these videos, you can tell me if you wish. Um, for whatever reason, people like giving their opinion, and what they do is they judge based on what they are able to see. And sometimes, as in this case, whatever this guy saw was clearly something that wasn't there. How does this guy know that this girl was possessed by demons? I don't get that. Again, these kind of or these clowns should be exposed by what they are. They don't bring anything good nor new to the table, and they just harm the people, regardless of what political, religious, or any other affiliation that they may have. Uh, it's sad that we have people who have this kind of thought, um, and clearly don't have any compassion, love, nor care for anybody but themselves and those people that agree with them. This guy says that braille is pure evil, and it's gotten so bad that people are getting braille tattoos. Okay, that's a whole nother subject, which I'm going to talk about on another video. But to simply summarize it, tattoos, regardless if they are in braille or not, are worn, or were people did have them because they wanted to be different than one another. At some point in our lives, and this can be seen in history, right? People have worn different type of clothing, have behaved a certain way to belong to a group, to be apart from society, away from society, not being the same as the other person. So there's always been these things that set them apart in one way or another. And unfortunately, a lot of these groups, although they wanted to be different and be rebellious in one way or the other, they started to cause harm instead of doing good when it comes to society. What was once seen as a movement of rebel rousers, people that fought a lot, people that were in gangs, now tattoos are seen as something common, as something that has been normalized or whatnot. If this is good or bad, again, this is not the video to discuss that, but I just wanted to give you a quick summary. And the fact that there are braille tattoos, it just means that blind people want to experience something like that. And again, if it feels good or bad, it's not for me to discuss on this video. So let's move on to the next point. Okay, by as last comment here, he says that even the Quran is in braille. Well, yeah, just as the Bible is, just as the Bhagavad Gita is, just as the any other sacred text, the Upanishads, just as the what have you. I mean, there's a bunch of texts that have been translated into braille. So what's his point? Again, because I am blind, maybe this was written in a sarcastic tone. I don't know. Maybe this was written in a humorous tone, or it was meant to be a satirical piece. I don't know. regardless, it's something that should have never been written, but I think it wasn't, to be honest with you. I took my time, and as I have said before, I read through some of the comments that were left, and most of them were in agreement with this post, with the person that wrote this, and even blind people that tried to set the record straight. They were uh, they were shunned, right? To put it in a to use a word, right? They were chastised, if you will, and I think that this guy wasn't joking at all when he wrote this. He was being serious. But I always want to give the benefit of the doubt to these people. And clearly, I must always let myself guide by that first instinct, if you will. When I feel that something is bad, that's because it usually is. What else can I say? Educate yourselves. I can't stress this enough. Educate yourselves. Don't let anybody manipulate you in any way, shape, or form. You must always be astute. You must always be thinking, you know, straight, and make sure that nobody puts a blindfold on you, and to blind you from reality, don't let them blind you from what's really going on. Do your research. Always be on the lookout. That doesn't mean to be paranoid. There's a huge difference between being paranoid and thinking that everybody is after you for whatever reason, and being cautious or being alert. They're two different things. So I end my video with that. I hope that this information was useful and that you got something out of it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you very much for listening to it. Remember that if you want to check out more of my videos, you can. Also remember to share, to subscribe, to like the video, because the more that you like these videos, the more that they will go out to other people with disabilities, the more that YouTube will recommend them to other people who are blind, or may have a family member who's blind, or may find some interest in the content that's having to do with blind people, right? And who want to educate themselves. We need more teachers that teach people who are blind and with other disabilities, and so these type of videos might help them. It might help also school admins. They may help also other blind people, right? They may help psychologists and psychiatrists if they were to ever have a patient who's blind. I believe that we all have some kind of ignorance in more than one way, and able to get rid of our ignorance, we must first tackle it a little at a time. And that's what I try to do with these videos. In my case, blindness is my expertise. I've been blind all my life. And so, again, you don't have to agree with me. As I've said before, not all blind people will agree with one another, and we may not all use the same methods, and that's fine. You do your thing and I'll do mine, and if we can get to the same place, that's all that matters. And unfortunately, there are some that don't understand that, and it's sad. Once again, I want to thank you. It's amazing how much this channel has grown. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.